Hey yogis, I'm Bethany. I'm going to give you a 5-minute hip stretch. Here we go. Start by stepping your feet about as wide as your yoga mat. Turn your toes lightly out. That's natural for most of us to begin with, and especially before we've warmed up. So go ahead and do that now. Place your hands on your hips, bend your knees, and just give yourself a little sway to and fro through your hips. And hopefully that allows you to start to feel your center. And once you've got your center, pause there. And really push your hips back behind you. Then start to bend your knees. Totally fine if your heels begin to lift as you come down. Keep swaying your hips to and fro and come down into a yogi squat, right? Which is just a low squat. And keep swaying. No need to pause and hold and push. Just let it come naturally to you. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, plant your hands, spin your toes to face forward, and fold down over your legs a little or a little bit more. Totally cool to have your knees bent. Nothing you need to do here. Just let it be what it is. Now turn your right toes all the way out as much as you can. Walk your right hand over inside of your right foot. Bend your right knee a lot. Push your arm into your leg and your leg into your arm, and start to reach your left arm up. And it might just be halfway, or it might be a little bit more. You don't want to grind into your low back, so let yourself expand through your chest rather than pushing force into your low back. Take one more breath in. And as you exhale, reach your left arm forward, and then down to the ground, and turn your toes to face forward. Let's change sides, so left side, left toes turn out, left hand plants, left knee bends, reach your right arm up. Pause for a breath or two here. Leg into arm, arm into leg, and reach your right arm over your ear and down to the ground. Fold forward. Good, turn your heels in, toes out again, and let yourself sway on down into position into your yogi squat. Lift your chest any amount, big breath in. And as you exhale, plant your hands, spin your toes to face forward, and this time round your shoulders like cat pose. So really push up between your shoulder blades. Inhale, spin your heels in, toes out, lift your chest. Exhale, spin your toes forward, heels back, round your shoulders. And take one more in. And out. And this time, let that rounding bring you all the way up to stand. And shrug your shoulders down. It should feel a little more natural to have your feet pointing forward now. Give yourself a breath or two, just finding your tall posture. And bring your hands to your hips and step your right foot forward. So if you're not at the back of your mat, adjust, step your right foot forward. That's going to keep you from stepping too far, right? So just as far as you can. Bring your right hand to your right hip, reach your left arm up, and tip up and over to the right. So now we're drawing that stretch a little more toward the front of the hip, but still focusing on side body. Take one more breath here. Bring your left hand down inside of your right foot. Turn your toes all the way to the side of your yoga mat, and then turn your toes lightly outward. Bend into your left knee, and let your right leg straighten a little bit or a little bit more. Totally fine if your left heel lifts. The full variation of this pose, the left heel's down, but who cares, right? Just be where you are. Take one more breath. And come all the way back around to your right foot. Lower your left knee down. And bring your right shin to your yoga mat. So you're in a really high up pigeon posture. Wiggle your left knee back. And now you come down into your pigeon a little bit more. Walk your hands out wider than your mat. Inhale, lift your chest. And exhale, round down and in like cat. Inhale, open. Exhale, round down and in. And one more in. And out. Doesn't matter how low you go. Push yourself up. And sit off to your right hip. Bend your left knee, bringing your left knee just behind your right foot, and just take your knees side to side. And you might need to support yourself with your hands or might not. So whatever your body allows, take advantage of it. And eventually come to face forward, whatever forward is for you, and walk yourself into downward facing dog. Spin your heels in, toes out, walk back into a squat. Should feel a little more comfortable already. And then press into your heels to rise up. Find your tall posture. Step your left foot forward. Reach your right arm up, left hand stays on your left hip. Reach up and over. Couple of breaths. And then both hands down inside of your left foot. This time you're walking all the way around to the right. Totally okay if this right heel lifts. Just see where you are. You can stay higher, you can come lower. And bringing it forward to frame your left foot again. Lower your right knee. Bring your left shin to your yoga mat. You can be up really high and you'll just start to slowly walk your right knee back. Hands out about the width of your yoga mat or wider. Inhale to lift and exhale to round in. 2 more times. Coming on up, shift off to your left hip, bring your right leg around, and same thing, your hands can come back behind you or not as you take your knees side to side. Coming back around forward, unwind to down dog. Heels in, toes out, sit back into your squat. Should feel the most comfortable it's felt yet. Rise on up and say thank you. Namaste. See you again next time.